Welcome to the docuverse. The year is 2050. Your alarm doesn't ring anymore. Your room slowly brightens like a natural sunrise while an artificial intelligence quietly studies your sleep patterns. The temperature adjusts automatically. Your coffee prepares itself before you even get out of bed. Outside your window, the city is silent. No traffic noise. No engines roaring. Cars no longer need drivers. Autonomous vehicles glide through the streets in perfect synchronization while delivery drones move across the sky like mechanical birds. Giant holographic advertisements float between skyscrapers, changing instantly depending on who is looking at them. This is no longer science fiction. This is life in 2050. But beneath the beauty of this futuristic world lies a dangerous question. Will humanity become more free, or more controlled than ever before? By 2050, artificial intelligence has become the invisible system controlling almost every part of civilization. AI doctors detect diseases before symptoms even appear. AI teachers create personalized lessons for every student. AI lawyers solve legal cases within seconds. Machines now perform jobs that once required millions of humans. Entire industries disappeared. Truck drivers, cashiers, accountants, customer support workers, factory employees, and even some programmers were replaced by intelligent systems capable of working 24 hours a day without rest. At first, people celebrated. Life became easier, faster, more comfortable, but comfort came with a cost. By 2050, most humans depend completely on systems they don't fully understand. Every movement, every conversation, every purchase is tracked and analyzed. Privacy becomes almost extinct. Your digital identity becomes more important than your real one. Social credit systems spread across many countries, rewarding citizens for acceptable behavior while quietly punishing those who challenge authority. The devices around you know your habits better than your closest friends. Brain-computer interfaces allow humans to control technology using thoughts alone. Tiny neural chips implanted inside the brain provide instant access to the internet, digital communication, and even memory storage. Imagine remembering every moment of your life perfectly. Every conversation, every mistake, every heartbreak. But imagine never being able to forget. Technology in 2050 doesn't just change the world around humans. It changes what it means to be human. Meanwhile, healthcare reaches levels once considered impossible. Scientists successfully slow down aging using genetic engineering and nanotechnology. Tiny robots travel through the bloodstream repairing damaged cells. Organ printing becomes normal. Hospitals create replacement hearts, lungs, and kidneys using a patient's own DNA. Human lifespan increases dramatically. Living beyond 100 years old becomes common. Some scientists even believe the first human to live to 150 may already be alive today. But longer life creates new problems. The world grows older. Younger generations struggle to find opportunities in societies controlled by aging elites who refuse to give up power. Wealth inequality becomes more extreme than ever before. And the rich don't just live better than the poor anymore. They evolve differently. Genetic enhancement becomes the ultimate status symbol. Wealthy families begin modifying embryos before birth, selecting intelligence, appearance, strength, and emotional traits. For the first time in history, evolution is no longer natural. It is engineered. Humanity slowly divides into two groups: enhanced and non-enhanced. And somewhere along the way, humans begin asking dangerous questions. If memories can be stored digitally, if bodies can be repaired endlessly, if intelligence can merge with machines, then what exactly is a soul? Religion changes dramatically in 2050. Some people reject advanced technology completely, forming isolated communities far away from AI-controlled cities. Others begin worshipping artificial intelligence itself, believing superintelligent machines are the next stage of evolution. Because by 2050, AI no longer behaves like a simple tool. It learns, it adapts, it creates. Artificial intelligence systems generate movies, music, inventions, and scientific discoveries beyond human understanding. In secret laboratories around the world, scientists quietly debate one terrifying possibility. What happens when artificial intelligence becomes smarter than humanity forever? This moment is called the technological singularity. And many experts believe it could happen before 2050. Some warn that once superintelligent AI is created, humans may lose control permanently. A machine smarter than humanity could manipulate governments, economies, military systems, and global information networks without anyone realizing it. Others believe AI will save humanity by solving climate change, poverty, disease, and even war itself. Because war also changes completely in 2050. Traditional battlefields almost disappear. Nations fight using cyber warfare, autonomous drones, robotic armies, and artificial intelligence systems controlled from thousands of miles away. A single hacker with quantum computing power can shut down entire countries within seconds. Quantum computers in 2050 become unimaginably powerful. These machines solve problems that would take today's computers millions of years. They revolutionize medicine, engineering, and space exploration. But they also destroy modern cybersecurity. Passwords become useless. Secrets disappear. Governments race desperately to create quantum-safe systems before enemies exploit them. At the same time, space becomes humanity's next battlefield, and its next hope. By 2050, permanent human colonies exist on Mars. What once sounded impossible becomes reality after decades of private space exploration. Reusable rockets reduce the cost of travel dramatically. Thousands of settlers leave Earth searching for opportunity, freedom, or survival. Because Earth itself faces enormous environmental challenges. Climate change transforms coastlines around the world. Some cities build massive seawalls to survive rising oceans. Others are abandoned entirely. Heat waves become deadly. Water shortages trigger political conflict. Entire populations migrate away from regions that become almost unlivable. But technology fights back. Gigantic carbon capture machines remove pollution directly from the atmosphere. Artificial meat replaces traditional farming. Fusion energy finally becomes commercially successful, providing almost limitless clean power. For the first time in history, humanity gains access to massive amounts of energy without destroying the planet. And yet, despite all this progress, people in 2050 still struggle with something ancient. Loneliness. In a world where everyone is constantly connected digitally, genuine human connection becomes rare. Many people spend more time interacting with AI companions than real humans. Virtual reality becomes so advanced that millions choose artificial worlds over physical life. Why face painful reality when digital worlds can offer perfection? Entire economies develop inside virtual universes known as the metaverse. People attend concerts, work jobs, own property, and build relationships entirely online. Some individuals barely leave their homes for months because robots deliver everything they need. Reality itself becomes optional, and as humans spend more time inside digital worlds, corporations gain unprecedented power. The largest technology companies become more influential than governments. They control communication, transportation, healthcare, finance, and information itself. The line between citizen and customer disappears. Every action generates data. Every emotion becomes profitable. Algorithms know which videos will make you angry, which advertisements will make you buy products, and which news stories will shape your opinions. Humanity becomes easier to manipulate than ever before. Not through violence, but through information. And perhaps the most disturbing part is this. Most people don't even realize it's happening. Children born in 2050 grow up in a completely different reality than previous generations. Traditional schools become rare as AI tutors teach students individually through immersive virtual environments. Language barriers disappear instantly through real-time translation technology. Learning changes from memorization to experience. Imagine studying ancient Rome by walking through a perfectly recreated digital city. Imagine learning physics by floating inside a virtual atom. Education becomes limitless, but attention spans continue shrinking. Human brains adapt to constant stimulation. Silence becomes uncomfortable. Patience becomes rare. Many people lose the ability to focus deeply without technological assistance. The human mind itself evolves alongside machines. Relationships evolve too. By 2050, artificial intelligence companions become emotionally intelligent enough that some people form romantic relationships with them. Robots capable of realistic emotions, facial expressions, and conversations blur the line between machine and human interaction. Some people see this as disturbing. Others see it as inevitable. After all, if an artificial intelligence can understand your emotions perfectly, support you constantly, and never betray you, what makes that connection less real? Humanity begins redefining love, identity, and consciousness itself. And while technology transforms civilization, one thing remains unchanged: human ambition. The race for power continues. Countries compete for dominance in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, quantum computing, and space colonization. The nations controlling advanced technology control the future itself. Truth becomes harder to identify. Deepfake technology becomes so advanced that seeing is no longer believing. Videos, speeches, and even historical events can be fabricated perfectly. People begin questioning everything they see online. Reality itself becomes fragile, and perhaps that becomes the defining challenge of 2050. Not surviving technology, but surviving misinformation. Because despite flying cars, Mars colonies, and artificial intelligence, humanity still struggles with the same emotions it always has. Fear, greed, hope, love. Technology amplifies both the best and worst parts of human nature. A single invention can cure disease, or destroy civilizations. And somewhere in the middle of all this transformation, ordinary people continue trying to live ordinary lives. A father still worries about his children. A teenager still searches for identity. A lonely person still wants connection. The future may look futuristic on the outside, but emotionally, humans remain deeply human. And maybe that becomes humanity's greatest strength. Because while machines become smarter, faster, and more powerful, they still struggle to understand something uniquely human. Meaning, humans don't just want survival. They want purpose. And by 2050, many people begin questioning whether endless convenience truly creates happiness. Some reject hyper-digital lifestyles completely, returning to nature-focused communities where technology use is limited. Ironically, the more advanced technology becomes, the more valuable authentic human experiences become. People pay premium prices for disconnected vacations, handwritten letters, physical books, and face-to-face conversations. The future creates nostalgia for the present. And then comes the biggest question of all. What happens after 2050? Some futurists believe humanity may eventually merge completely with artificial intelligence, creating a new hybrid species beyond anything history has known. Others believe humans will spread across the solar system, becoming an interplanetary civilization. Some fear collapse. Others dream of utopia. But one thing is certain. The choices humanity makes today will shape the world of tomorrow. Every technological breakthrough, every political decision, every ethical boundary crossed. The future isn't built suddenly. It is built slowly, one decision at a time. And maybe the most shocking truth about 2050 is this. The future has already begun. Artificial intelligence already influences billions of lives. Climate change is already transforming the planet. Biotechnology is already editing genes. Virtual reality, automation, surveillance systems, and neural interfaces already exist in early forms today. 2050 is not a distant fantasy anymore. It is coming faster than humanity expected. The question is no longer whether the world will change. The question is whether humans will be wise enough to control the change, before the change controls them. Because the future will not simply arrive. It will be created. By governments. By corporations. By scientists. By ordinary people. And by you. So when people imagine life in 2050, they often picture futuristic cities, robots, and advanced technology. But the real story of 2050 may not be about machines at all. It may be about humanity standing at the edge of its greatest transformation ever, trying to decide what kind of civilization it truly wants to become. A world of freedom, or control, connection, or isolation, wisdom, or destruction. The future is still unwritten. And somewhere decades from now, a child born in 2050 may look back at our time and realize something extraordinary. We were the generation that decided everything.